Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Foote. Third time should be a charm here. I was having a little trouble with my camera. Settings have changed on Facebook, but welcome to my Facebook Live this week. I know it's been a few weeks since I've done one, but here I am. I'm Dr. Sally Foote. I'm a veterinarian, general practitioner with behavior, and also a veterinary behavior consultant. I have over 35 years of veterinary experience, and now I do speaking, writing, and also educating staff as well as clients on animal behavior. So today's topic that I am covering today is the do's and don'ts of reintroducing cats after the cats have had a fight. Now, I thought about this because I've had a couple of feline behavior consultations where it was the post-fight reintroduction. And some things clients had tried based on their Google searches, you know, what they always knew about cats, whatever, that actually was creating some problems unbeknownst to them, and not really knowing or understanding what we want to be sure that we do. So at least I wanted to get a do and don't list out here to help our feline owners as well as veterinary shelter care staff and others, you know, to give good advice. So my website is drsallyjfoote.com, and there are a couple handouts that you can get off my website. One is and that is going to help with this. Okay, so the first of all is what we want to do. So, excuse me, I got a little notification here. Anyhow, so when I'm talking about a cat fight, there can be a range in the intensity of the cat fight. It could be as simple, if you will, as, you know, one cat sitting by the window, sees another cat, and he's staring at the other cat outside, hissing, and here comes the other housemate cat right next to him. So the cat looking out the window turns around and pounces on or jumps on this cat at the window in this area, let's say the family room. So when this cat jumps on the other cat and the other cat jumps back, and now we have that rough and tumble fight, it might be that they kind of disperse, you know, they quit the fight. They're in the family room in front of the French doors, whatever, the windows, okay? So it's limited to this space. And even though they've run apart, they're hissing, they're avoiding each other. Okay, so these cats are very impacted. They remember very deeply the intensity of how agitated they were and that they went up to the level of actually biting. If you download my Feline Ladder of Aggression off my website, the bite is at the 11th step out of 12 for cats, you know, aggressing in multiple bites. That's when they're biting, and that's part of that rough and tumble. That's when they're totally at the top. So this embeds in the cat's memory that not only about, oh, you turned on me when you saw another cat outside. It's for both cats like, oh my gosh, you and me, we turned on each other in the family room, around on the hardwood floor, when there was, you know, another cat outside. It's the whole scenario. And that's why it's called generalizing the anxiety, generalizing the memory to that whole family room area. So if they're in the family room, they stay staring at each other, walking and creeping around each other, or they may get in another fight in the family room because it's kind of like they're right back in the same place. So, and if the cats have tumbled through the whole house, they went through the family room and down the hallway and up the stairs and down the basement, all of these areas of the house now become generalized to their aggression, anxiety, and fear. Okay, so here's some simple do's. When these cats have gotten in a fight, if they just got in a fight, separate the two cats from each other completely, like one in the bathroom, one in the bedroom. I want a minimum, even if it was just that one rough and tumble for like 10, whatever, 30 seconds in the family room, I want to see a minimum of 4 hours of separation. Cats take a lot longer to de-escalate. When we say de-escalate, not just stop hissing and staring, but I mean all of the adrenaline, all the stress hormones to completely settle down and decrease in their body. Now, if the cats are meowing and whining because they're separated from each other, now they got separation anxiety. Play some music for them, whatever, but they're gonna take 4 hours, honestly, after a rough and tumble fight. Most of these cats need as a minimum. Some might need 24 hours. It's going to depend on the intensity of the fight, how much did they, you know, go around the house. Okay, the second do, so we're going to have plenty of time, separate rooms. Okay, second one, when we're going to bring these cats together, we just open the doors and let the cats come out. We do not bring the cats out, okay? When we do, We want to offer to each cat on a small dish in a separate area, but that may be out in the home, not in the family room in the trouble area, but even just in general, like the hallway, something really, really good that they're really going to like, but in a small amount, meaning like a tablespoon. And baby food is really about one of the best first choices, I find. The reason why, it's very easy to digest, because sometimes after this big fight, the stress hormones cause GI upset. They may start throwing up a richer, more chunky kind of food, and you don't want that, nor does your cat. So ham baby food or turkey, that's a good solution. So if you own more than one cat, keep a couple jars of the first stage meat-only baby food on hand just in case. Okay, and this has got to be that introduction, whatever, the way the cats see each other, the cats need to be off the floor. The hallway, the family room, these floors are big competition zones for the cats. And of course, that tends to be where the surface that the fight happened. So put the baby food like one up on a perch and one up on another perch in a general household area for the cats to go up there, and you guide them up there. That would be the best way for them to first get sight of each other, in a sense, off the floor. So do's are off the floor or through a door. If it was a pretty rough and tumble thing and like, oh boy, they've been crabbing at each other the last few weeks, do this with the bedroom door closed and the cat food on either side of the door and stuff. The cats, as long as the cats are not, I got a call coming in. As long as the cats are not hissing at each other through the doorway or that, then that's fine. And if they are, then you need to separate the food farther away. And you're going to have to wait a day or two, feeding them each this way until they're calm finally through the door. Third thing is, if they're out and they're in the house and they're not doing a lot of hissing, they might be avoiding each other a bit, but whenever they start to get into the same room, especially where the fight happened, start tossing them nuggets of their dry food or something like the Temptations, the dry Temptations or greenies, something really good for the cats to go apart from each other. Okay, you want to think like the Red Sea, they're parting apart from each other as they're navigating themselves around this room, because then it's rewarding them for seeing each other and learning, I go away from the other guy and nobody gets aggressed on, and we're not competing over passing through the same area. I have a video on my YouTube channel called Kill Your Food to Control Cat Fights. And please watch that. It shows how to toss the food for the cats to move around apart from each other and get rewarded for that. Okay, those are your do's. Separate room, intro with baby food off the floor or through a door. Lastly, toss food for these cats to move apart from each other. Okay. The don'ts. Don't put the cats face to face. I see this so much. People, okay, we're going to greet through the door. Oh, now we get the baby gate. It said use baby gate. So they put up the baby gate and they put the food, and then they're holding the cats to be like looking at each other through the baby gate. No. It's the looking at each other, the front confrontation. And when the cat's walking down the hallway, that's partly why they're seeing each other. They escalate up to aggression. Do not put the cats together this way. Do not do the introduction this way, okay? Do not use a spray bottle to break up fights. A lot of times when these cats are, and they get in the rough and tumble, and now someone's spraying them with the spray bottle. Now the spray bottle, yes, it does startle them. It doesn't cause them any physical pain to break apart, but that the water hitting their body and the sound of the ch-ch-ch from the spray bottle is increasing more auditory and physical stimulus that increases their agitation and increases the aggression on each other. So you're increasing the aggression on each other if you're using a spray bottle to break up the cat fight. Secondly, now that increases their anxiety about just being in that room and in that space, because the cat's like, where the heck does this water come flying from that's all over my body? Or if they see you've got the spray bottle, now they say, oh, you, human, you have this, and it can cause owner-directed aggression. They're going to redirect on you because they're anxious about that spray bottle. So don't use a spray bottle or making loud noises. I have people stomping their feet, clapping their hands, getting a wiffle bat or something, slapping things together. Again, the logic is to use startle to break up the fight. Yes, you'll see the cats back off, but it increases agitation for the cats towards each other, or if they can see that you are delivering it, it's going to increase owner-directed aggression, and that can get downright dangerous. So do not use loud noises. What you can use is a blanket. Throw a blanket over them. Throw a pillow that lands between the two of them, okay? All right, last thing, when we say getting the cats together, we want them to play on toys. Do not have them, two cats coming to try to play on one toy. That, you know, I see sometimes where people have one fishing pole and they're dragging around for the two cats. Now we're forcing the cats to compete with each other, to pounce on the same thing. So we're setting them up to be competitive, to be aggressive on each other. No, it's two toys that you get them moving in other areas this way. So no co-play or co-feeding. Get rid of the single food dish. You're going to put multiple small dishes around the house. So my don'ts, don't put the cats face to face for the introduction. They don't like it. That just increases agitation. Do not use spray bottles or loud noises to try to break up fights or stop them from the staring. It increases their agitation about themselves, increases agitation and anxiety about the space that they're in, and can cause owner-directed aggression. Thirdly, do not use one toy to drag around to get two cats to play on. You're increasing their competition, which is going to increase their aggression on each other. Do not have them come up to one food dish to eat out of, or two food dishes side by side. You are increasing their competition over food, thereby increasing their aggression. All right, well, thank you everybody for attending. I really appreciate it. A couple of things coming up. I am going to be having my immersion low stress veterinary care weekend here at the Bella Behavior Learning Center May 14th and 15th. I have the event up on my website if you'd like to register. This is really the best way to get teams on the same page, really increase knowledge about the dog and the cat, especially for aggressive and anxious animals, and for us to be safe. I will be speaking at the Pennsylvania Veterinary Medical Association conference in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'll be doing a whole day on low stress veterinary care on that Friday, May 6th, I believe it is, and I hope to see you there. So thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the little like button, and take care. Bye-bye.